Last time I vlogged, I was just about to go back to work after maternity leave. That was like almost a year ago now. We decided to take down or hide those vlogs because we discussed our kid on the internet, and we decided not to do that. So I had to private those. But I'm picking up the camera again now, or the phone rather, because a lot has happened in the last, not even year, like 6 months. If you can tell from the B-roll, I live on an acreage now. I live with my mother-in-law still, which I did before, and my parents who have moved here from Ontario. We're all living on an acreage, and it's pretty cool so far. Peaceful, different. Definitely is taking some getting used to. All right, I got interrupted. I live with 4 other adults and a toddler, so it's bound to happen. But yeah, I forget what I was saying. I decided to pick up the camera again, just to document this very unique life journey that we're on. But so far I just feel like it's right, doesn't feel like we made a mistake. Even the longer commute to our jobs, it just doesn't feel wrong. Everything feels like it was the right decision. So I don't know if that's like gut feeling or instinct or what, but it's good. Sadie, come! Go, Sadie, go! Good girl. All right. And this is our trailer. This is what we're gonna use when our friends come to stay. Friends or extra family. We gotta set it up nice so I don't know. Right now the view is of our woodshed, so might take some figuring out to make that a little bit more user-friendly. Right now I'm checking Brandon's truck for a measuring tape, which is supposed to live in a specific drawer, but then finds its way walking away occasionally. I don't know if you experience that with your household, where you give a thing a specific home and then it ends up in a different home. Oh, my finger. All right. That is the story, basically. My parents were here when we lived back in the city, suburbs of the city, over Christmas. And, they're in their late 70s and just being with, I'm their only kid. So being with me and my family and their only granddaughter, I think they went home and something just clicked. Like, how do you want to spend your remaining years, right? I totally get it, but it was just crazy how everything kind of came together. Like in the matter of months, we both had our houses, we both had our realtors lined up, we both had our houses listed, and then all of a sudden we were acreage shopping, and then all of a sudden we found one, then all of a sudden we put an offer in, then all of a sudden it was accepted. Now it's, July and we're here. It's happening. It happened. It's just like in a matter of post-Christmas, January, February conversations, and then bam, 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 summer moving. Sometimes you have to recognize when life kind of gives you a path like that, and it takes courage to take the path, but it kind of lays the path out for you. You still have to make the decision to do it, but I don't know. Just one of those things. Just all comes together. And you have to wake up every day and be like, wow, we did it. we did the thing. That's how I feel every single day. I feel like, oh my gosh, we did it. I mean, like, it's only 5 acres and it's not that far. Like, we can still see our friends in the city and go do city things and keep our jobs. So, like, it's not a huge life change, but moving in with your parents at 38, that's different. And it's not for everyone. But I think having the kid be the focal point, be the thing, the shared goal, the shared experience, and then having the property and all the things that we can do with it. And there's enough space too in the house for everyone to kind of have their own areas and whatnot. So again, not for everybody and not for every situation, but for us, I think it works. And I honestly think, like, when you have kids, it's more or less how it's maybe supposed to work. Just having that support system and having everyone sort of be together. Anyways, enough of my face. Let me show you some more of the property. I don't even know how many days it was between when I last picked up the phone camera thing to film and me picking it up now, but let's just say I got distracted, which can happen when you have a 2-year-old and you just moved and have, a bunch of stuff to do and whatnot, and are working full-time still. So I also have no idea how the audio is going to translate with this wind, but I am not mad at the wind, because with the wildfire smoke and the heat, wind is a glorious thing. Anyways, I am just waiting on a nap, or not waiting, I'm enjoying the peace during this nap period, and decided to pick up the camera. Why not? The phone, the camera, the phone camera, and do a bit more documenting of this insane and beautiful endeavor. My husband is down there building stuff, shelves, so let's go see what he's up to. Hello. What you up to? Oh. There's Sadie. How goes the book organizing?
Oh, well, I had some of them fastened together with elastics.
Oh no.
But it didn't quite stay stuck together. But it's coming along, as you can see.
Yep.
I've gotten a lot of, see, there's all the empty boxes over there by the pool table.
Nice. Pool table that's going to be moved. That's nice. Did Dad decide to put that up there?
Put what up? Oh, yes.
The
Yeah.
fishing?
I thought it looked quite nice.
I think so. All the books, double rows. How do you know what's behind them?
Well, you have to look, but I mean, you know by alphabet more or less what's there.
It's nice and cool down here. Here's the state of our bedroom so far. As you can see, we're gonna be doing some shuffling. We got a new king mattress, very exciting. Way more room, especially when there's a dog involved. So, I have explained all this. Hopefully you don't mind the chaos that is behind me. I don't think I have talked about this on the series of little vlog clips that I've done so far, but I'm actually expecting baby number 2 in December. So I am pregnant and living with my parents, which sounds way different than the actual situation. I don't live with my parents. My parents and my husband and I and my mother-in-law all live together with the current child. The current child? That doesn't sound right. The child that our child. I'm about 21 weeks now, so the bump is, she is a startin'. I've been wearing basically the same shorts from pre-pregnancy that have an elastic waist like every single day. So I did do a bit of an Amazon shop for some new maternity clothes, and I will show you what I got, and I'm going to try them on while standing in the middle of a bed frame. So that'll be interesting. Okay, so the first thing that I got, I wanted to get some shorts, specifically that would grow with the bump. So these are from an Amazon brand called Blencott. They had pretty good reviews, but again, you never know. I don't know how to trust reviews anymore. So they're just basic shorts, but they've got this stretchiness here. And then I think that this, you use, like I use an elastic, a hair elastic for this purpose, but you can use this to kind of extend your snap or your button while your bump grows. So that's the first thing. So let's try these on. So these are the first shorts. Again, we've got a panel in the front, or on the side rather. They're somewhat roomy in the thighs, but you know, I'm kind of a unique case with my thighs, so anyone else would probably find them pretty roomy. Again, I got a size large, and even like at 21 weeks, you know, I feel like I have a lot of room to grow, again, with the snap extender too. So I think that they'll be good even like after pregnancy, I could tailor the panels in, and then they'd be perfectly acceptable non-pregnancy shorts too. So yeah, I don't know. I think I'll keep them, definitely for pregnancy, maybe afterwards. They probably will ride up as I walk around, but that's just something I'm kind of used to with shorts. And I think no matter how much they ride up, oh, squat test. I think no matter how much they ride up, they won't like be, you know, booty ride up shorts. So that's fine. I don't mind if they do a little bit of riding up. I can high kick. Anyways, on to the next. From the same brand, I think I mentioned this, but I'm getting size larges in these shorts. So it's the same brand, Blencott, and these are more of a Bermuda short. They're gonna be a bit longer because again, sometimes I just don't want to deal with those thighs. Appreciate my thighs. They can, you know, they're strong, they can do a lot, but them in shorts, not always the best of friends. So I got a bit of a longer one. Again, it comes with this little snap extender, and this time the panels that stretch are on more of the front, whereas the last ones were a bit more on the side. So these are like, they're very 80s, 90s coded here with the sort of acid wash. But honestly, this was like the best of all the color ways. I liked this one the best. So I'm excited. I hope that they fit good. Let's give them a try. Oh my God, I love these. They're so comfy. And they just, you know, they're hitting the right spot on the thigh situation, and there's a lot of room to grow. Again, they've got the snap extender. I got a size large. I don't know my measurements for you to compare, but I don't know, I'm 5'7"-ish. You can see I'm kind of a curvy girl, so large is probably, I like a large. I think extra large would have been too big in the waist. Probably would have been looser in the thighs, but I always have to compromise between thighs and waist, and sometimes waist is the winner there. So in this case, again, with the panels and the stretch, the just general stretch of the shorts, I think a large will be good for, let me just try and make the bump a bit bigger. There, it'll be good as the growing happens. So yeah, definitely keeping these. They're good. They pass the wiggle test. They pass the squat test. They pass the bump test. Those were the two pairs of shorts from that same brand. Again, it's Blencott. If you just search maternity shorts, they were like the first thing that came up. But maybe my algorithm is different than yours, so I shall let you know where these are from. But the next thing I got is from, do you say CRZ yoga, crazy yoga, Krz yoga? These ones, this is it. I got a size large and made in China, yada yada. Machine wash cold, tumble dried low. Whoa, that was hard to say. I didn't do this for the jean shorts, but I'm assuming they are also tumble dry and wash and all that. It is polyester, elastane. You know how it be. I decided to cheap out because it's maternity clothes, right? Like, they got a limited kind of timeline for you. But they just looked like really airy and comfy in terms of just like a simple pair of not sweatpants, not leggings, but like almost like a track pant. Okay, let's try these on and see how they do. These are pretty comfy. The waistband is a bit, like maybe a bit tighter than I thought it would be, and they're definitely like a high-waisted thing. I don't know if it's just because I ate like 3 slices of pizza for lunch, but I definitely feel like maybe this waistband is a bit more constricting for the growing of the bump. It might just be a second trimester pair of pants, which is fine. I mean, it'll be fall and winter when I'm really, really big. So I guess these will be good for the rest of the summer, and then they can be useful after, like postpartum and stuff like that. I don't know if I really like them. I almost got the pair that were red, and then I chickened out. Maybe the reds would have been more, but whatever. They're not comfortable. I feel like they're just kind of, not worth returning, because I think I will wear them and I'll still find a use for them, but they're definitely going to not be 3rd trimester pants. So those were the shorts and the crop pants, and then I also, like, these aren't maternity necessarily, but I got some shirts to kind of put outfits together, and I don't know, just kind of perusing what Amazon's. I've never really bought clothing from Amazon, to be honest, so I kind of just wanted to see how they did. So I got a tank top in this foresty green color from Rirao. Anyways, and then I got, this is ridiculous because I'm 37, but I got a tube top, which will make sense actually for the next outfit that I show. So maybe I'll save the tube top for that one. But let's see how this tank top holds up. I got a size medium because of the reviews kind of said that it maybe fit a bit larger. But yeah, Rero. I don't know. Anyways, it feels really nice. It's rayon, 94% rayon, viscose, and 6% spandex. So I don't actually know what rayon is, but I know that polyester is kind of the one where you're like, meh, polyester. Okay, I'll just try this on right now because I'm wearing a sports bra. So yeah, it's got a good stretch. On camera, it looks like this is just weird manufacturing stuff. Like, what is that? It looks like a little stamp or something was there. I don't know, but let's see how it does in terms of length and all that. Oh, forgot to lift you up. Eee! All right, so, in terms of length, I actually don't mind a crop, but I know some people do like it when their tank tops kind of come down. So I can confirm that this one is not super long, but long enough. I'm always looking for a new ribbed tank top, especially in the summer. It's an easy thing to just make an outfit, add to one of those pairs of shorts or even like a skirt or something. So passes the test, passes the not worth returning test. And yeah, all right, let's go on to the last outfit kind of thing. Everything I've bought is very in my comfort zone so far. The tube top and this next item are outside of my comfort zone, but I've just been feeling like I have too much black, I have too much normie kind of stuff. I want to be sort of a wild and crazy, not too crazy, but I just want to bring more color and whimsy into my life. You get to a certain age where you're just like, I gotta start making my own happiness here. And the world is sufficiently effed up that bringing a little whimsy into your life via some clothing, sometimes you just gotta do that. So
I got a jumpsuit. Oh, and it's yellow. I thought it actually would be more yellow. It's kind of like pukey orange. So I'm a bit nervous about that. This might have to be a return and a try again, because in the photos it was way more like a pretty buttery yellow. Yeah, this is a bit more like 70s shag carpet, but I don't know. I'm not mad at it. Maybe a lighter yellow would have been worse. I can't hold off anymore. I have to try this on. It might be a disaster, but I don't know. It might be the best thing I've ever done. So let's try it on. I don't know. I don't know. Like, when you get something that's out of your comfort zone, it's hard to tell if you're rocking it or if you're just like nervous about it. So you're like, nah. Like, okay, I will say I'm a long torso girl. So I've avoided jumpsuits my entire life. I've never owned one because they don't make them for long torsos. And this one, it's right on that line between wedgie and acceptable. It does have adjustable straps, and I'm on the last button. So I think maybe if I moved the button down a bit, but then I'm like basically on the last, like there's not a lot of room to go. I understand why pregnant women are obsessed with jumpsuits, because like, oh my gosh, there's no pressure on the bump. It's just, everything's just so airy. It is definitely 70s shag carpet, but I'm not hating it, especially with the white tube top. Oh, the reason I got a tube top is because the model for the overalls was wearing a tube top. I sound like that girl from Mean Girls. Look at my arm muscles. Not bad for having done absolutely nothing for 2 months while I moved, 3 months while I moved and was nauseous. I'm trying to get back into a bit of exercise, but y'all, it's hard. It's so hard. That was it for the clothes, but there's one more thing that I wanted to show that I got, which is kind of in line with the like out of my comfort zone and whimsy. My old Adidas sneakers kind of bit the dust recently. They're just falling apart. I was in the market of getting a new pair of Adidas because I really like their shoes. But instead of getting a normal pair, I decided to get green and pink. I don't know. I must have just been in a mood this one day where I was like, I need more color in my life. So now I am, because of that day, whether my hormones were doing something, I don't know what, because of that day, I now have green and pink shoes. I'm like, I'll wear them. I guess I could take them back because I haven't really worn them yet, but I'm gonna stick with it. I'm going to commit to green and pink shoes. It's happening. And like, you know, look at me. I'm in a shag carpet jumpsuit with green and pink shoes and a tube top. Who am I? Who is she? What's happening here? I got a sleeping baby. Oh, that's weird. That's causing one of those never-ending reflections. Sleeping baby. I think I still got some time to figure out life. Gotta love those nap times, eh? Where you can actually use your brain for yourself once again. Here's another lovely room that is in desperate need of some. It's in need of some. Yeah, moving. It's fun. The walls are also green. I like green. I don't know if I like that green. Maybe they should be this green, and then I could blend into the walls I guess my arms would still be showing, but on my head. Anyways, I have no idea this collection of clips that I have put together that are going to stream some sort of vlog type thing. Hopefully there was some kind of narrative, interest, information, I don't know. Before I close out, I just wanted to show you this book. It's called How to Parent. Copyright 1970. I started reading it. It was in a pile of my parents' discards. And I started reading it thinking that it would be kind of ridiculous. And it still is. Like, it's not so much ridiculous as it is like just not something you'd hear in like modern parenting books. For instance, chapter 1 is called Mothers and Their Feelings, which, I mean, it just sounds so patronizing, but at the end of the day, when you become a mom, there are a lot of feelings. I think we just think about it differently now. We think about hormones, we think about stress. We don't call it feelings. Like, that's a very 1970s way of just like, what's the word? Just having sort of a dismissive take on it. Now we have more of maybe a scientific and respectful and understanding, just more of an understanding about those feelings. So just things like that are still in it. But I was reading the chapter on toddlers and eating, and it had some solid advice, like don't get worried and anxious about and like push your kid to eat because, you know, it's unnecessary. A child has natural hunger cues. So you just need to relax a bit more, because the more you push and the more you struggle, the more you create like a battleground at the dinner table or whatever. And the more your child's going to have a bad association with eating and all that. I have heard this before in like this century, but it's just interesting. Like, they just kind of lay it out for you a little bit more straightforward, I guess, if that makes any sense. I feel like a lot of parenting advice, I have to sneeze, it's not coming up. Excuse me. It's more, parenting advice these days is more, it's more built for social media. So it's more around engagement and whatnot. And I'm not saying like these people need to sell the book, right? So they needed to do something to get your attention to sell the book. So everyone always needs to have that. But I do find like with parenting advice through social media, there's just so much of it that people they really need to set themselves apart. And so I find a lot of it, you maybe get the advice, but it's wrapped in all this other like engagement, like principles of how to engage your audience, kind of like blah, blah, blah. I don't know if I'm making any sense right now. Basically, after my first kid, I unfollowed a lot of parenting Instagram accounts because they were just insufferable. I might read this book though. Who knows? There might be some 1970s good old misogyny throughout, but there might also be some good little tidbits in there. So now I'm gonna go through all the clips that I've been filming over the past couple weeks and see if there's anything salvageable. I guess if you're watching this, there was. Maybe it's just this clip, 6 minutes. That's all I could do. But yeah, anyways, I appreciate you watching, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.
Based on true events.